Hi there, YouTube. This is Steeler Rod and long time no chat. My webcam has been acting really stupid on me. It's been disconnecting a lot, so definitely need to upgrade in that. Like I mentioned in the previous video, definitely need to upgrade in that, and probably upgrade in a computer. Period. But anyways. Part of the reason why I did not make another reason why I did not make a video after our huge win against the San Diego Chargers was because it was a busy week. My schooling, just all the personal responsibilities you have in life, and also this past weekend was a huge weekend for me. I was in Pittsburgh for the very first time in my life. It was definitely a lifetime experience for me. This past Sunday in our game against the Arizona Chargers, I experienced my very first Steelers game, and as all of Steeler Nation knows, it was a huge win for us. I'd just like to talk about the city of Pittsburgh first. It's even better than what I thought it would be. The people are very approachable, very social, and very tough-minded people. The hospitality was just great. I went crazy on taking pictures. Like everywhere you turn is a landmark. I took so many pictures of PNC Park, Heinz Field, the Golden Triangle, downtown Pittsburgh. Point State Park, University of Pitt, just picture galore I took. I had to soak it all up in just a 3-day visit, but the experience was great, and I definitely plan on returning to Pittsburgh pretty soon. The game I attended live. I also, from the tailgating to the game day experience, it was great. Steelers fans are the best. They love their team. It's definitely a religion in Pittsburgh. Unlike most other sports towns, it is a religion there. Pretty much the whole town is shut down during a Steelers game. So, oh man, that was really cool to experience. But talking about the game now against the Arizona Cardinals, huge win for us. We're 4-2 now, in great shape. We've now won 2 games without Ben Roethlisberger, and the game against the Arizona Chargers. I'm going to be talking about the Chargers. The Arizona Cardinals was very similar to the San Diego Chargers game the previous week on Monday night. The offense got off to a really slow start and really didn't get things going until around midway in the third quarter, and this game was very similar to that game. Our offense was struggling tremendously throughout this game, and I'm not gonna sit here and point the finger at Michael Vick, because then you're taking away from Arizona's defense. Arizona's defense played they worked just as hard as our defense, and it was just a struggle. It was a defensive struggle throughout the first half. Kudos to both defenses. Arizona's defense was just playing that good. As frustrating as it was to watch, I know a lot of fans around me at Heinz Field were complaining about Mike Vick, wanting him out the game, saying he can't pass, this and that. And I just think that, just me personally, I think Arizona's defense was just lights out at least throughout that first half. And it was just, unfortunate for Michael Vick to go down with a hamstring injury. It was like in the beginning of in the second half, when Michael Vick got injured, he actually came back in the game. He also had a concussion too that sidelined him for a little bit, but apparently it wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad enough to keep him out for the rest of the game. So pretty much what the Steelers did, they pretty much went back and forth with both Michael Vick and Landry Jones. And now I'm going to talk about Landry Jones. Wow. I've loved Landry Jones from the start of his career in Pittsburgh. All I had to do was watch one drive of his during the preseason. That was back in 2013 against the Washington Redskins when he drove the ball down the field and scored a touchdown in that game. And that sold me right there at Landry Jones. He's definitely a work in progress, and he's only going to get better. I think he's going to be our future. I think it's going to be very similar to the situation with both Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre throughout the 2000s, in Green Bay, where Aaron Rodgers had to wait patiently. He was mentored by Brett Favre for so many years, and then finally when Brett Favre got released and went to the New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers took over, and now look at Aaron Rodgers' career. The same thing's gonna happen with when it comes to both Ben Roethlisberger and Landry Jones. I don't know when Landry will eventually start down the road, but I really do think he's our future. And when Ben Roethlisberger retires, I think Landry Jones is going to be the guy that takes over. I at least want to be optimistic and think that. The guy's a class act, fun guy, very smart, and great mechanics. Just great mechanics. And it was just huge to see him make his debut in the NFL. Make his debut for the first time in the regular season. That was huge. Like the guy. So that was cool to see him make his debut in the NFL as a regular season quarterback, and he will get the start next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's a video for another day. Maybe Thursday. I will be, which is tomorrow, Thursday or Friday actually. I will make a preview video of our game against the Kansas City Chiefs. So, and yes, Landry Jones will get the start. As most Steeler Nation knows, and football fans period pretty much know that Landry Jones will get the start. But about the game against Arizona, outside of my first trip to Pittsburgh and my first experience at a Steelers game, the defense. Now let's talk about the defense. The defense was just lights out from kickoff on. Yes, there's some things, like previous weeks that our defense needs to get better at, mostly fundamentals. We have to do a better job minimizing the big play. And, there were some times where we should have gotten off the field on third down and we didn't. Like I said, we really need to minimize the big play. We're still giving up way too many big plays on defense. Good example was the Arizona's first possession in the game, where the receiver was covered well. It looked like, if anything, the Pittsburgh Steelers would one of our corners would end up intercepting the ball, but the receiver, he stayed with the ball and he made a fantastic catch through coverage. If anything, that ball should have been incomplete. That's a good example right there of what we cannot do. We were in great position to either pick that off or prevent the receiver from catching the ball, and that should not have happened. There was another play where we should have made a defensive play and we didn't. So I think we have to do a better job minimizing the big play. But other than that, the defense was lights out. I think they were the story of the day. Everybody stepped up. From Lawrence Timmons to Golden, everybody stepped up on that defense, and they just played exceptionally well. Now let me talk about special teams. Boswell, wow. The guy was lights out, especially connecting with, I believe, it was a 51-yard field goal. When he drilled that field goal, I was sold on him. I said this is our kicker until Swisham gets back. But anyways, he was lights out. Just a great, valiant performance by our team. Very gritty. We just, it's all about the second half, and yes, we've got to make improvements, but as Mike Tomlin says, it's always fun to make improvements off of a win, which we did win, and you can't beat that. We're 4-2. We're staying. We're right behind Cincinnati. This game coming up against Kansas City, which I will make a video on. Huge game. We need it. I look at it as a primer game for Cincinnati, which, oh my gosh, that's going to be a monumental game. But hey, it's 1 week at a time. We need to beat Kansas City. I don't think it's going to be easy at Arrowhead Stadium. Anyways, I will make a video on that. Anyways, Steeler Nation, sorry I've been away for a while, but it was an exciting weekend, I definitely plan on returning to Pittsburgh. But anyways, everybody have a good one. Be sure to rate me, comment, subscribe, like this video, dislike this video. But anyways, everybody have a good one, and enjoy football this weekend.